Welcome to the Parent Hub, your ultimate guide for science-backed parenting strategies that put your child's well-being first. Picture this. In those magical first 3 years, your baby's brain is a powerhouse of growth, forging more than 1 million fresh neural connections every single second. It's building the foundation for everything: emotions, smarts, social skills, you name it. But hold on. What if the sneakiest risk to all that amazing progress isn't some far-off danger, but something lurking right in your home, on that handy screen you grab for a quick break? If you're a busy parent in 2026, juggling work, life, and little ones, and you've ever wondered why your baby fusses when the iPad powers down or seems glued to those flashy shows, you're in the right place. Today, we're unpacking the hidden downsides of hyper-fast kids' cartoons like CoComelon, those sped-up Baby Shark clips, Blippi's energetic antics, and even the action-packed Paw Patrol. We'll explore the science, spot the warning signs, and arm you with easy, proven fixes to protect your baby's developing mind. Stick with me. By the end, you'll have a game plan to swap overstimulation for real, joyful growth. Let's dive in and empower your parenting journey. Right off the bat, let's set the stage on why those early years matter so much. From the moment your baby arrives until they hit age 3, their brain is in hyperdrive, expanding faster than at any other time in life. It's not just growing in size, it's wiring up complex networks through everyday experiences. Think about this simple stuff: locking eyes with you during feeding, feeling the warmth of a hug, tuning in to the soothing rhythm of your voice, or grasping at a colorful rattle. These aren't just cute moments. They're the building blocks for attention, language mastery, emotional balance, and problem-solving prowess. In fact, experts from the American Academy of Pediatrics emphasize that these human-centered interactions are irreplaceable for healthy neural development. But fast forward to 2026, where smart devices are as common as sippy cups, and we've got a modern twist: screens sneaking into baby routines. Not all screen time is bad, but the real culprit? Those adrenaline-pumping, attention-grabbing cartoons crafted to keep tiny eyes locked in. Let's zoom in on the offenders. Take CoComelon. It's everywhere, with its ultra-vivid colors, characters pulling wild faces, and songs that loop endlessly. Analysis from child media experts shows it switches scenes every 1 to 3 seconds, bombarding senses with non-stop energy. Then there's the turbocharged Baby Shark remixes, loaded with pulsing beats, strobe-like flashes, rapid zooms, and chaotic movements. Blippi amps it up with his thunderous voice, constant bouncing, and over-the-top expressions that feel fun but hit way too hard. Even Paw Patrol, aimed at preschoolers, packs in high-drama rescues, quick cuts, and intense sound effects that can overwhelm infants who aren't ready for that pace. These shows aren't accidental. They're algorithm-optimized to spike dopamine, that reward chemical in the brain, creating a loop of excitement that's addictive, much like scrolling social media for adults. But for babies, whose brains are still calibrating to the world's natural tempo, this is like flooring the gas on a learner's permit. So why does this matter? Babies thrive on gentle, predictable inputs, like the slow sway of a mobile or the back-and-forth coos in a game of peekaboo. When screens deliver a fire hose of stimulation instead, it throws their nervous system into chaos, leading to what's known as sensory overload. Post-watch, you might see your little one turning irritable, wired, or zoning out. It's not naughtiness, it's their brain reeling from the rush, now finding everyday life, think quiet book time or solo toy play, utterly unappealing. I hear from parents in the Parent Hub community daily: my 18-month-old melts down without the tablet, or they ignore their blocks after just 10 minutes of Blippi. These are classic signs of a budding dependency on artificial thrills, and in 2026, with even smarter AI tailoring content, it's easier than ever for this to spiral. The evidence isn't just anecdotal, it's stacked with cutting-edge research from 2025 and 2026. For example, a landmark longitudinal study out of Singapore's National University followed over 160 children from infancy and found that excessive early screen exposure accelerates brain changes in unhelpful ways, linking to poorer executive function and heightened anxiety by adolescents. Brain imaging from that research revealed tweaks in visual and self-regulation areas, making kids less adaptable in cognitive challenges. Another fresh paper in eBiomedicine underscores how infant screen habits disrupt emotional processing, but highlights a silver lining. Interactive reading with parents can rebuild those pathways. Digging into fast-paced content specifically, a controlled experiment with toddlers demonstrated that mere minutes of high-speed cartoons impair immediate self-control, memory retention, and puzzle-solving abilities compared to calmer activities like drawing or slower shows. In regions like Egypt, studies tie passive, noisy screen time to emerging learning hurdles, affecting how kids process sounds and build reading foundations. Closer to home, specialists at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center warn that over-reliance on visual-heavy media starves social and verbal brain zones. To break it down further, here are 7 expanded ways this overstimulation can derail development, incorporating the latest 2026 insights. 1. Attention disruption. Rapid edits train the brain to demand constant novelty, eroding focus on steady tasks. A 2025 MDPI review connects this to rising ADHD indicators, with shortened attention spans becoming a norm in screen-heavy homes. 2. Language setbacks. Real dialogue drives word learning, not one-way videos. Advanced MRI data from 2026 shows toddlers with high screen diets have frayed speech networks, upping delay risks. Even ambient TV noise hampers vocab by interrupting family chats. 3. Emotional roller coasters. Dopamine surges crash into lows, fueling crankiness and outbursts. That Singapore group now reports early screens as predictors of teen mood disorders in extended 2026 follow-ups. 4. Executive function erosion. Core skills like planning and impulse management, which boom from birth to 5, get short-circuited. Updated 2026 analyses of fantastical cartoons show post-view dips in cognitive stamina. 5. Sensory bombardment. Blinding flashes and barreling audio spark anxiety. New soundscape research links cartoon audio to impaired timing and sound processing, key for language milestones. 6. Sleep sabotage. Revved-up minds resist downtime, cutting sleep quality. A 2025-2026 meta-analysis ties excess screens to fragmented nights and foggy daytime memory. 7. Social skill stunting. Screens sideline face-to-face bonds, vital for empathy and cues. Emerging 2026 data from Harvard's Center on the Developing Child suggests this leads to delayed peer interactions and higher isolation risks later. But don't panic. Your baby's brain is a marvel of plasticity, especially in these early windows. With thoughtful shifts, you can reverse the tide. Start slow. Wean off screens incrementally to sidestep tantrum spikes. Transition to milder fare like Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood for emotion coaching. Timeless Sesame Street for soft education, Bluey for heartwarming family vibes, gentle Little Bear Tales, or the whimsical paced Sarah and Duck. These nurture without the frenzy. Boost hands-on engagement. Introduce stacking cups or blocks for fine motor magic and imagination sparks. Ball games hone coordination and turn-taking. Sensory water play, splashing in a basin, calms while exploring textures. Venture outdoors for leaf hunts or bird watching to ignite natural wonder. Daily reading rituals? Gold standard. Science proves they fortify damaged neural links. Hum lullabies or rhymes at a leisurely clip to weave language webs. Craft routines. Predictable nap stories or mealtime giggles foster security and self-soothing. Tailor by age for max impact. For under 1s, aim for 0 screens. Prioritize cuddles and chats. 1 to 2s cap at 15 minutes of co-watched quality stuff, like family video calls. 2s to 3s stretch to 30 minutes but make it interactive, discussing scenes together. Real stories from the Parent Hub fam inspire. A mom in our group ditched Speedy Shark vids, and her toddler's bedtime battles vanished in 10 days. A dad swapped Blippi for park time, watching his kids' focus bloom during puzzles. These echo research. Expect smoother sleeps, steadier moods, extended play sessions, tamed tempers, and genuine delight in basics within weeks. Sustain it family-wide. Designate no screen havens like the kitchen table. Mirror healthy habits. Ditch your doom scroll during baby time. If red flags persist, like endless agitation, loop in your pediatrician for tailored support. Early tweaks pay dividends. Looking ahead in 2026, as AI and immersive tech evolve kids' media, guarding brain health is paramount for school readiness and beyond. Ditch the digital dazzle for authentic bonds. Your laughter, your games, your undivided presence. That's the true catalyst for a resilient, brilliant child. Thanks for tuning in to the Parent Hub. If this sparked ideas, smash like, subscribe for weekly wisdom, and comment your top takeaway or a win from trying these tips. We're building a community of empowered parents. Join the convo below. Catch you soon.